pleasure to be in the city of Bloomfield, New Mexico today with our friend Kevin Mauzy, who was instrumental in, as you can see behind us, some monuments. He was instrumental in these being set here. And so, Kevin, thanks for taking time today and allowing us to visit with you for just a moment about the history of these and the vision for these, etc. So let me ask you this, Kevin. What was it that led to the monuments being set in, and tell us a little bit about them?
Well, early on, first of all, Hope, thank you so much for taking your time to be here today.
Absolutely.
Early on in my campaign, I wanted to do something to enhance and beautify the city with some public artwork outdoors, if possible, and thought maybe might showcase some of our local people. But as I realized, it seems like in our history, we're losing the meaning and text of these documents. So I thought maybe a display of historical documents might be a way to bring that home to our citizens here of these documents and the importance that they played in the founding of our country.
Right.
So I thought that would be a very, very personal thing for the citizens of our area.
Which brings up the question: how have the people of Bloomfield responded to the monuments? And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it seems overall a very overwhelming response, very positive feedback that we've got. Of course, there's a few that have had their doubts and objections there, and we appreciate their thoughts also. But overall, it seems like overwhelmingly has been very, very supportive of these documents, all of them.
I want to come back for just a moment, Kevin, to the telling of the history part of these monuments, and get you to elaborate on that for us just a moment about their history. And the motivation again was to tell the story of history, and so that we understand and are educated on what has happened in our country and its importance. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, kind of the founding basis for our country was the Ten Commandments, and that's one of the earliest documents. We figured that would be a good start, a good starting place for these documents, realizing how most of our legal system is built based upon these principles, these foundations of these laws. So I figured that was a good place to start, and then proceed with other historical documents, such as the Declaration of Independence that we have here. And of course the Gettysburg Address that by President Abraham Lincoln.
I understand that when, and I don't remember which monument it was dedicated, it had a very patriotic theme to it. So tell us a little bit about that, who was involved in it, and I'm sure the atmosphere here on these grounds was just electric with excitement. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, we chose the 4th of July in 2011 for the unveiling and dedication for the Ten Commandments Monument. Patriotic Day. We wanted something to celebrate that holiday, so we chose the 4th of July for that. It was a very red, white, and blue, very patriotic, very stirring day that we had for that. We had the gentleman from the VFW post that provided color guard, honor guard, and our flags. We had some local Boy Scouts that participated through the handling of the flags and such there. Just a very, very stirring, patriotic type of unveiling and ceremony. Then on the next holiday that came up was the Veterans Day, and we chose that. That's about worked in the timeline of the construction of the monument. So we chose Veterans Day as a way, again, to celebrate that holiday, to honor our veterans, and unveil this monument of the Declaration of Independence. And then that following 4th of July, we had another monument ready to go, which was the Gettysburg Address here. So we chose the 4th of July again as a way to celebrate that holiday, celebrate freedom by another unveiling of another monument. We actually had a gentleman, character actor that portrayed Abraham Lincoln in the full costume, and came up and gave us a brief history of Abraham Lincoln's life, and then worked right into the Gettysburg Address. Another very patriotic, very stirring type of celebration.
Wonderful. Kevin, it's just inspiring to be here and to see what has happened. I know it's not just you, but you've been instrumental. Other people have been involved to do this, to make a stand for their community, and to, if you will, bless the community for the future by remembering the past. And so maybe we have people that would be viewing and would say, I want to do something that can, if you will, make it have an impact in our community, whether it's this or something like this. So you're now a veteran. You've blazed a trail, if you will, in a way. So any one or two thoughts about maybe wisdom you would share with other people, how you could, what steps to take, and just again some wisdom you may have for others that may have an interest in doing something similar.
Well, Hope, first of all, I would just say to get involved in your community, be a part of that community, no matter how minor it may seem. It takes the efforts of many. That we all each have an individual part, so it would be the efforts of many. So get involved whether it's just maybe to go to your local city council meetings and observe those, just to kind of see what's going on, to maybe get involved in other ways in your community, just to take a stand for your community.
Yeah. Well said, and great job. Thank you for the work here and the example and the model of what you guys are doing here in Bloomfield. And we just feel excitement and growth in the city. And we want to close with a reminder out of the historical document, the scriptures, and out of the book of Jeremiah in the Old Testament, chapter 29, where it talks about seeking the welfare of your city, to bless your city. And it goes on to say, when you do that, then not only will your city be blessed and have welfare, but you will too. So I think all of our hearts is about the families in our communities having a blessed, prosperous, peaceful life. And so that's our desire, that's our goal. And so we just want to close today on that note to encourage all of us to be involved in our communities, to, if you will, seeking the welfare. How can we benefit our communities by our being involved and engaged, as Kevin just said. So again, Kevin, thanks so much. We appreciate you and appreciate what you're doing and the example you're giving us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless. Have a great day.